you're seeing, this session is basically on cybersecurity and data privacy, and we'll basically look at the fundamentals. Like, we'll not go deep, but we'll look at some essential things that every digital citizen should know so that they can use the internet with ease. And thank you so much once again for joining. And I see we have Richard back. Richard, can you hear me? You can proceed, please.
Okay, yeah. Okay, guys, sorry for the network interruption. So for this case, we will look at the cybersecurity and data privacy. And my name is Michael. Recently from the hand of for today's case, we will be having an active session with you guys where we will share. Can you guys hear me? You know, in this system, we have
Richard, we can barely hear you. We can barely hear you. Kindly, if you're using MTN, try switching to Zain or digital. Otherwise, this is not helping. Thank you. Okay, so okay, we will be alternating between Richard and I because we prepared this presentation together, and I also have a background in cybersecurity and data privacy. In this session, we'll basically look at what is cybersecurity, and we'll also handle aspects of how you can recognize a secure website, how you can make strong passwords and passwords that are also memorable. We'll also look at the aspects of recognizing and avoiding online scams and some tips and tricks, as well as some practice. So there will be a lot of practice exercises throughout the session. And what we will do is you should be very participatory. At any point, you can jump in and then share your insights on any issue that you have ideas about, so that we can sort of do this collaboratively, and at the end, we get to learn from ourselves. So sometimes we ask ourselves, why do we need to be safe when we are online? Why are we concerned about online safety? So this is a question for all of us to reflect. What do you think? Why do you think, why do we need to be safe? Why are we concerned about online safety? You can do that by raising your hand or by typing in the chat box. Why are we concerned about online safety? Why do we need to be safe when we are online? Yes, Richard.
Yes. Yeah, I have tried to change.
Yeah, now you are clear. Now, now you are.
Okay.
Now you.
Perfect.
But
I just have.
I was speaking to another Richard. So yes, Richard, you can proceed. Minyo Richard. Yes, Minyo Richard.
Yeah. Okay. I have one strong point about online safety. I mean, privacy is power.
And that is why we should be concerned about online safety.
Yes.
Okay. And I see KG is saying the same thing to protect our privacy. Asilaza Dennis is talking about we need to be confidential. Yeah, these are all key things. And then yeah. So Richard, are you ready to pick up from here now?
Yes, yes.
Yes, you can proceed now. We can hear you clearly.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, in the introduction part, we actually look at why do we need to be safe online. Yeah, simply because we share personal information that we want to keep private to avoid online attacks from cyber criminals. And when we talk about personal information, we basically look at the pictures or messages that you exchange when you're online. Or it can be your name, social security number, date, or place of birth. And the last, it may be also your medical, educational, financial, or your employment information. These ones all, they are categorized as your personal information. Then the second thing as to why we need to be safe online is we know all fraudsters or maybe cyber attackers, they may try to gain access to our personal data or information so that they can either restrict, steal, or they may delete it without our consent. So that is why we really need to be safe online. With that, we can proceed to the next slide. Okay, yeah, now let us, we are continuing with the introduction of cybersecurity. So personal data should actually be accessed by others, should not actually be accessed by others in a way that you who created that account should be the only person to access it. Then, and on the other hand, also we look at our devices. We should actually make sure that our devices work properly and they are free from malware. Malware is actually a short form for malicious software. Then when we look at the definition of cybersecurity is all about the safety of information, our identity, our personal data, and our financial assets when we are online. For people like you and me, we actually look at cyber security. So when your personal data is only accessible to you or others you authorize, this one basically tells us that the information that you actually have on the cyberspace will be only accessible to you and other people who you authorize them to have. Then also our devices, which include laptops, desktop computers, mobile phones, tablets, should actually work properly and they are actually free from malicious software. Then also it can take it can take many shapes, from viruses that infect your favorite devices to spyware and adware that it track your online activities. Like here, when we look at the viruses actually do infect so many devices. That is why even for the case of virus, they may actually delete, or maybe they will delete your data. Now for the spyware, it is actually a malicious software that always spy on the user. Then there is hardware. You may experience a scenario whereby you are accessing a different website, but from there you will just see that there are a lot of pop-ups on your screen showing adverts. So those are actually some of them are malicious in a way that they display. They may actually bring for you viruses, or maybe they can bring for you some other malicious softwares. So clicking on any of those can actually fool you into a malicious application. So let us look at websites. Here we will start by looking at secure websites. Yeah, now the question we ask ourselves will be now, why do we need secure websites for our online activities? Yes, of course, we always access websites on daily basis. Now the issue is, why do we need secure website for our online activities? So If you enter your personal information, you want to keep your information safe. So the website will actually provide you with the safety, but there are categories that we will look at. The first one we are looking at is the secure website, where your data is actually encrypted in a way that you will be the only authorized person to access it. Nobody outside of you can have access to that data. Then a secure website always keeps its users' account safe as a way of maintaining its reputation. Also, for the website owners, they also need to keep their website safe, because, like for the case of companies, maybe if a company is compromised, maybe if it is attacked, it will actually bring bad reputation to them, and maybe like those banking agencies, they will basically lose reputation in a way that their customers may actually lose hope on their safety, or the safety of their account. Okay, we have seen an illustration of a website. A website which seems to be secure should actually have the HTTPS. That HTTPS, it is actually, it is it can be called as an acronym or an abbreviation for Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. Here, the main issue is to look at whether that website includes the S or it doesn't have. Of course, all websites are all good, but the main issue is your data secure? That's why we basically focus on the security of your data on that particular website. Here we define HTTPS as a way to securely send your data from a browser to a website. Then here it encrypts both data entered into a website, into a user device, and the data going from the website to the browser. Here there is a safety, because your data is actually encrypted. Let's move on. Yeah, now we let us look at insecure website. I know that example there might not be visible to some of you, especially if you're using maybe a phone, but there is a red mark there where you can see that there's the hypertext transfer protocol it actually doesn't have the secure application layer where it secures your data. So it is actually the website is actually good, but it doesn't secure your data in a way that privacy is actually not considered. So insecure website usually contains the HTTPS layer only as shown below. Yeah, this is now the most visible example of insecure websites. Now let's look at personal accounts. Of course, we all have personal accounts. With the assignment given first, where we were asked to go to any of the search engine, either Google or Microsoft, and from our chat, actually, we received a lot of comments from you, whereby you just type your name and you realize that you are actually known. You are well known outside there. So those ones are all your personal accounts. So what kinds of online accounts have you created? Have you created personal account where all your information or data is fully encrypted, or you have created public accounts where all information about you is publicly displayed? So this is what you should consider. Then why would someone create an account on a website? This is a question actually we will ask ourselves. Why would someone create an account on a website? We know all these days we mostly use the cyberspace for communication, or maybe sending documents. Maybe we can use it for banking and so on. Now that is why we actually need to create an account on a website. Yes. Next. Yes, here we're also showing about the example of a secure website. It is actually important to keep your account secure on any website. So here we're gonna look at an activity about secure websites. Here we are going to look at you are going to use a browser to browse to a website you might use for shopping, banking, social media, or something else that interests you. If you don't have your own computer, actually you can follow the instructor may actually guide you on how to do that assignment or that activity. Here you are supposed to list the website visited. So you'll actually look at is the website I visited secure? You can just put yes or no. Then how did you determine that the website is secure? Based on what we have covered. So how can you determine that the website is secure?
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you so much, Richard. So now you have an assignment, guys. Again, just like you did in the beginning, go to your browser, whether you're using Bing or Yandex or Google, visit any website, and then come back to us and tell us whether the website you visit is secure or not. So for my case here, I am going to follow with you guys to visit the website for the Excellence Foundation. If you have finished the assignment, you can raise your hand, please. I realized I was talking and I was muted. Look at me. Yes, who has finished? Okay, maybe you can do that later. Richard, you can proceed.
Okay. Okay, now let us look at passwords. And then here we will look at the strong password. We all know that all accounts you create, they require password. There is no another online account that you actually create, then the they will say just create like that, maybe put your username, then you just log in. That one, it will not make sense. So yeah, someone has visited Sudan Tribune. Yeah, okay, that is good. You will actually tell us later. Then a strong password is one that is hard to guess and it keeps you safe in the cyberspace. Let's proceed. Okay, now let us look at how you can actually come up with a password. Where we're emphasizing on a strong password, not just a password, but this will be a strong password. Okay, you actually have to think of something unique and strong. Something unique could be a combination of so many letters that you can include, including those punctuation marks and so forth. Then, how do you make it strong and secure? You could actually avoid using common dictionary names, your device names. Like maybe if you are using maybe HP laptop, then there you'll start creating your password with maybe HP laptop. That one there it can easily be guessed. Then don't create your password from your name also. Like for me, I'm Mr. Richard. Maybe I'll decide to create my password that Mr. Richard. Anyone who may feel like to break my account, or maybe you can actually try to guess these simple passwords. Then you realize that at the end of it all, your account has just been hacked, because these cyber criminals, they always they're always trying their luck. So we should actually try our best to straighten our passwords so that we don't fall victims of these cyber attackers. Yeah, here actually we look at the common requirements that we should observe so that we have a very strong password. Here, password must have at least 8 characters and the combination, and it should combine at least one uppercase and one lowercase letter and one numeric character. Yeah, you can include maybe those other characters, like maybe percentage, those asterisks. You can just include them to straighten your password. There are some websites when you wanted to create an account with them, they always restrict you to create a very strong one. They label your password. If it is still weak, then it will remain at the red mark. But if it is strong, yeah, they will say it is strong. It is strong, and then they allow you to confirm your password. Then you should actually write the same. Yeah, you should have to confirm your password with the same password that you created. Yeah, this is what we should actually come up with to be called a very strong password. It should have numbers, uppercase and lowercase letters, symbols or characters such as the hash, maybe at. Maybe you guys put the symbol of this of a current, or maybe that percentage sign. You can just include them. You can just put them in your password. But remember, should not always forget them, because you should not always be disturbing the website, asking them to actually to maybe to recover your password, because when you try it for several times, they will say maybe you have forgotten your password, and then you'll always be resetting your password every time and again. Yeah, now we are looking at tips for strong passwords. Okay, yeah, we were just looking at the tips. The tips is what we have actually summarized before. Yeah, you don't use common words like password. You know, you are creating a password, but you may decide to also use that name password to make it your password. That one also cannot make sense, because that one is the password. Then someone may, even a kid, if is very wise enough, can just try to play around, then try password. Then don't include your personal information. Don't use the same password on multiple accounts and sites. Yeah, this is what we will mostly actually look at, because you might have several online accounts. So you should not actually use one password for those multiple accounts. You might be having Facebook account with the same password, maybe email account, maybe you'll be having LinkedIn account with the same password. That one, if anyone, or maybe if you are one of your account is compromised or attacked, that one now, the attacker may guess that may try the same password for your various accounts. Now from there, once he realized he has opened another account apart from the one you have opened, now definitely you will actually lose all your accounts. So you should actually use multiple accounts. This one is also the same, like when you use the same password, it is actually the same like you're using one key to unlock all your doors. That one, when like maybe if a thief just get your key, then he will just be in position to open all your doors. Then here you should actually keep your passwords private. Don't share with anyone. Here we are looking at tips for strong passwords and passes. Make the password longer. You should not actually have like maybe 4 characters, maybe just 4 or maybe less. You could actually make a password out of maybe as many as you can remember. It could be like from 8 and above. So it's just like the example illustrated in the image here. Like the last one is actually very, very hard to remember this password, but it is very strong because nobody can guess this password, as you can see. ZBE. There are a lot of characters included there. Yeah. Yeah, you can actually use short passes that are easier to remember. Yeah, one of the best ways to use passes, if you think like passwords are hard for you to remember, you can use passes. You can just use them like this example. Maybe like cows help make cheese. This one nobody can know that you have a password or maybe a password in that kind. And you should not maybe if you are a minister, we decided to use that to use a passport that I am a minister. That one there, they can be guessed easily. Like this one, if this example, cows help make cheese. Yes, someone a minister who is very wise can actually bring this to be his password. Nobody will know because people will assume that one is a minister. Yes, they should just guess around the ministerial words, but there they will try all in vain. They will not actually break your password. Now we are keeping track of passwords. How do you remember your passwords? Yes. Yeah, this is what we will now consider because the emphasis is on creating several passwords for the several accounts that you'll be having. Now, here we will look at how to remember them or how to keep them safe. Here, include your password elsewhere in your notebook. Yes, you should have your personal notebook somewhere there, and that notebook should not be accessed by outsider. I know everyone who will be person who you will always see them personal. That one might be your family members whom I believe you trust them. That one they may not harm you when compared to cyber attackers who are always, maybe you don't know where they are, but they always need your data or maybe your information. So here, one of the recommendation is we should use a notebook maybe to list all your passwords. Then use password manager to store your passwords. For example, LastPass. There is an application, there is an app called the LastPass. This app is actually one of the apps that you can create, you can install in your device, then you actually open an account with it. The only important thing here is you have to remember your master password, because if you forget the master password, you are more likely to forget those passwords that have been encrypted in the application. Here, you can keep your password safe. We have seen a lot of evidence with the LastPass. LastPass is also one of the application that has been recognized. Even so many people and so many organizations, they use LastPass. Yeah, the link has been created there. Someone who doesn't have can actually install in his, or you can just go to Google Store and then you install LastPass there. Then so that you keep your password safe. Here you can actually access all websites and your passwords are actually stored there all. Yeah, this is just an illustration or maybe an image of the notebook we are talking about. You can actually you can even decide to maybe to write to maybe to do like as if you have written something wrong, but it is your password. Nobody can know that maybe it is your password. Yes, let's move on. Yeah, this is password software provide applications that you can, the password we look at the notebook, which you can have it at your home or at your workplace where you can list your password, then you store them there. It is also one of the safe way of keeping your password. Now where we look at it, now the software we use, that one we can call the book as maybe a hardware where you can store your password. Now here let us look at the software part of storing your password. So yeah, we just as we give the example, it is the last two parts that we will be giving us an example. There are very many applications there that can store your passwords, but here we are just bringing LastPass as an example, and there has been evidence by so many organizations and people across the globe as being one of the best app that can store your passwords. Okay, yeah, another option is you can use pass rather than password. Password is actually easier to create rather than a password because it is generally in the form of a sentence rather than a word. Here you can just create a sentence, but the sentence will be strong. And the example, it is actually here also. The same example that we used before, we just brought it here. It is actually an example of a pass. Here you don't need words. The only thing is to come up with a strong sentence that nobody can break or nobody can guess it. Next slide. We are seeing also an activity which we are going to look at. Here in this activity, we will look at how can you make the passwords below more secure. Here we are seeing happy birthday. Then we are seeing John Smith. Then we should actually follow the instruction that passwords should be at least 12 characters long and contain one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, one number, and one special character. Yes, so remember this.
Okay, great. So this is an assignment that we are throwing it back to us again. So how can we make this password secure, please? You can type in the chat box. Let's have 2 minutes for this exercise. You type what do you think, how you think we can make these 4 passwords stronger. You write what you think in the chat box. You can put 1 and then put your answer, 2, your answer, 3, put your answer. You answer only 2 or 1. You don't need to answer all of them. Just answer 1. Let's get going, please, quickly. Let's do this. Let's do this very quickly. How can we make this password stronger? Type your answers in the chat box. Type your answers in the chat box. How can we make this password stronger? Type your answers in the chat box, chat box, chat box, chat box, chat box, chat box, chat box. Happy birthday, 1, 2, 3. Good. Happy birthday. I like that. I like that, James Bond. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, like having them happy with capital letters, and then the birthday is small letters, and then 1, 2, 3. Now, Chol, you missed one rule. The other rule says one is special character. One is special character. Could you say maybe happy birthday at 90? Yeah, I think Kiden has followed all the rules. Yeah, that's good.
Yes. Even Lejo has followed also.
Yeah, Leju, and then I see Daniel Joe, good.
One character.
I see Wani Samson, good. Madau and Ball, you review your answers. Yeah, Minyo Richard, yeah, that's good. Yeah. That one, yours is too hard, my friend. Yes, Smith and Joe, 100%. This one is too strong. The one for Abraham Matthias.
Yeah.
Guy, that one is too much now. Where you had to put another capital S in the middle. That one is hard. Yeah, good. I think you guys have gotten the concept of the strong passwords. Yeah, nice. So let's proceed. Richard, you can proceed. Yeah. So now this is your second assignment. Your second assignment is now, assuming you are creating an account on this platform. Now you create a strong password that meets this criteria. Your password must be 8 characters. They should contain at least 1 uppercase, 1 lowercase letter, and 1 numeric character. So using these rules, you create a strong password. The password must be 8 characters only. You have 2 minutes to do that. 2 minutes to do that. 2 minutes. Man, that one is too hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Waran, that one is 11.
Yeah.
You reduce to 8, please. Mario, 1, 2, 3.
2 at, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is good. This one is
that
good.
is strong.
Yeah. I see Jam.
Osman.
Wow. 1, 2. You have missed. There's no special character. James Ball. James, you keep forgetting the special characters. James, you put a special character there. And then I see, wow, this is crazy now. Coming at 1. yeah, this is good. This is good. Aloro 12 hash. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. This is good. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. So I think that's good. You guys are getting the concept. So let's move to online frauds and scams.
Okay. Now let us look at online frauds and scams. Here we pick phishing and the social engineering as one of the examples of online frauds. Phishing is actually when a malicious party sends a fraudulent email disguised as being from a legitimate or trusted source. You can realize that you have your email account. There will be so many emails coming. You have not even subscribed to that, but you will just see an email coming. Like an example, when you always check your spam folder in your email account, when you check your spam folder, you realize so many spam emails coming, and mostly spam emails are more infected than maybe those important and maybe some other emails like maybe promotions. Then is spear phishing. Here, spear phishing, it is very direct in a way that the attacker has known the interest of the victim. So spear phishing, while phishing and spear phishing both use emails to reach the victim, spear phishing emails are customized to a specific person or a target group. The attacker reaches the target's interest before sending the email. Here you might be interested in buying, maybe like assuming you wanted to buy a laptop, then maybe the attacker may join the same conversation, maybe like on Facebook. You always maybe an advert was posted, maybe a company posted that they are selling laptops. Then from there you decided also comment. Then the attacker may be checking you there. you'll be seeing that, oh, this person is really interested in buying the laptop. Now now that person will keep on tracking you. Now from there, once he realizes that you are interested in buying a laptop, then you'll be receiving a direct email. Because the attacker might have maybe compromised, maybe has been exploiting vulnerability in that particular website. He may actually be there monitoring who are those people who are interested in buying those products. Then from there, they actually get your information from there. You just realize that you are sent an email which actually contains malicious softwares.
Yes, I see a hand from Waran. Waran, is there something urgent you want to say? You're welcome.
What you said, my question is,
your network is terrible, please. Waran, your network is terrible. Could you type in the chat box? Oh, can you just maybe unmute and try speaking again? Can you mute and unmute and then you speak? Okay, Richard, is there something urgent you want? Yes, please.
Yeah, sure. About spear pitching. I mean, one of my colleagues has a company. He has a company for disinfection and stuff. So one time he advertised something, and one person showed interest and commented. Then a different guy replied. You get, and this guy blindly, who wanted the stuff, he replied him back, and I think they went to their inboxes and started chatting there, and they exchanged contacts. And yes, and they exchanged contacts, and I think they had business. So later, this guy was. Are you not hearing me?
We can hear you. We can hear you. You speak.
Yeah. So later, this guy, I think he was scammed. And then he realized he was scammed. He came to the company. Now he came to the physical location of the company, and he started. Like he said, he was scammed by this company. Like a lot of stuff. So I think this is a kind of related stuff to this. I think.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. Yes, Waran, can you speak now? Thank you so much, Richard, for sharing the experience. Very, very helpful and a lesson to learn from. Thank you so much. Yes, Waran, would you like? Can you try speaking again? Maybe your network is okay.
Hello?
It's still terrible. Still terrible.
Very terrible. Maybe let him use the chat box.
You try to use the chat box. KG? KG?
Yes, someone is requesting for the copy, yes.
KG, your hand is up.
Hello, guys. I just wanted to confirm something. I'm not quite sure if it's the same spear fishing or not. It's about the scammers, for example, for social media. So, for example, most times we might have our accounts, and let's say somebody sends you a link, and then you click on the link, and that's how you just find out that you've been scammed, or actually, I don't know if that's the right one. Because personally, for example, I had a friend, like somebody I knew, like somebody very close to me. So this, yes? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, so this lady sent me a link. And of course, this is somebody I trust. This is somebody I know. This is somebody like I know could never do anything. Because every time I have an opportunity or anything, I can send her and she sends me. So this time she sends me a link. I click on it and then my account is hacked. So how do you try to solve such situations? Because it's really very bad.
Okay, is that person still using that account? Because those things always they happen. Like maybe if the attacker has, maybe the scammer has hacked that your friend's account, then he will use, because the name still appears like as if it is your friend. Then from there he will actually continue sending those links to all the friends of that, to all your friends. Then from there it will actually hack so many people from using the same account. Now maybe for that case, you
currently she isn't using it. I think.
Okay, yeah, that one, the person hacked his her account first. Then from there, he accessed the friends of that person. Then he decided to send. Even recently, someone tried to attempt me also.
Hello?
But good enough. Yes. Yeah, recently someone attempted me. He was actually telling me that, okay, have you heard about the free networks? Then you actually sent it by my friend's profile. But since now I just the short before I replied to him is that no, I didn't heard, but even if it is a free network or maybe a wiper, I actually have enough budget to actually to sustain my online presence. Then from there, that person realized that no, this person might have sensed that he's actually a scammer. From there, we stopped the conversation right from there, because the reply also has shown to him that this person knows that he is a scammer. Then the bad thing, if I could have provided that information, knowing maybe unknowingly, you could actually also harm my account. So for that case, I think that person has actually, first of all, hacked your friend's account. Then he uses the list of the friends from that account to also compromise others. Now let us look at social engineering. Social engineering is an access attack that attempts to manipulate individuals into performing actions or divulging confidential information. You might be working with an organization. Maybe maybe they know, maybe you are the finance officer. Now from there, they may trick you in a way that maybe there is an urgent need. Maybe they will follow. They will know that maybe this organization has maybe a project, maybe like now. From there, they may trick you, because they know you are the person who is holding maybe the accounts of that organization. They may trick you in a way that once you provided them the details of that account, you might automatically lose maybe a huge amount of money. Then from there, when now the real account, maybe it was now check that, okay, now the time has come, maybe you send this account, because they have the techniques to monitor. They always monitor. Yeah. We're on the same path, which is online fraud and scams. Now, what are some examples you have experienced? So, one of the experience, actually, one of the colleagues shared it. Now we will look at if there are some other experiences that you have maybe got in your online presence. Now, how can you help to stay safe from fraudsters or maybe cyber attackers? To stay safe, avoid responding to urgent problems from unknown people that requires immediate network access. Yeah, this is one recommendation that you should actually avoid, because when you subscribe to a website, actually there is no authentic website that can maybe pressurize you that, okay, here we need you to actually to provide us this information as soon as possible. You know, that one you can easily guess that one, it is actually coming from a malicious fact.
Yeah, okay, just maybe to add on this, like some of these very simple cases of some of these online scams might include this one that is recently done by some people online, where they compromise the accounts of someone in your mutual friend list on Facebook, and then even on Twitter, and then they send messages to your friends saying that, hey, I'm in Nairobi, I needed some money urgently. Could you please send me some $200 to this M-Pesa number? I will pay you after 1 day. Or we have these cases where there are some of these people who impersonate big people, maybe the governor of central bank, maybe a minister, and then they send you a message that, hey, I have my car is coming, and then it's stuck at the border, the driver needs this, and then they give you some Ugandan number, that is the number of the driver. You call him, you sort him out. I am for peace agreement in Addis Ababa. When I come to Juba, I will clear your money. So these are some common examples of scams that we've seen online. And then recently we have seen people, probably sometimes you might have seen cases where people's WhatsApp numbers are being compromised. So these ones happen in simple cases. I contact one of my friends whose WhatsApp number was compromised. So what happened was this: he was part of a WhatsApp group, and then the guy texts him that, hey, we have a meeting is starting in this WhatsApp group in a few minutes. So there's a code sent to your number, because usually for you to do WhatsApp, so what you do is you have to put the number, and then there will be a confirmation message that will be sent to the persons using SMS. So then they tell you that, hey, this SMS has been sent, so please you send me that code quickly. And then when you send them the code, kalas, your WhatsApp is gone. And even there's one group that I was in that was actually overtaken by the scammers, because I think they compromised the WhatsApp number of the admin, you see. So these are things that we should be very, very careful about. And that is why when you receive urgent problems from unknown people that requires immediate action, do not act. Do not act. I remember during April Fool's Day, I texted a few friends, including I see Leju is in the call here. Including Leju, I texted them that, hey, I have an urgent problem. I need $100. So could you please send me? So the best thing you can do is you need to call me on phone. So I think some of my friends actually called me that, my friend, are you sure you needed this money? I said, no, it's just April Fool's, forget about it. But if it is a scammer, actually your money is gone. And so you should be very, very careful and do not respond to urgent problems, especially from unknown people, even from known people. If it is from known people, you call them using other channels to confirm if they are truly in need. Yep. Richard, you can proceed. Richard, you can proceed.
Okay, now we are looking at the tips to recognize scams. Maybe there is have you heard of the person or organization? Yeah, you can recognize this one if you have heard of that person. Maybe can you tell who the email message is from? Does the email has mistakes? Are they asking for your information, or are they trying to rush you into a quick action? Is it too good to be true? Yeah, we can. That you can proceed. Then we will see how we can explain these tips. Now here we look at the example of, have you heard of the person or organization? Yeah, like maybe you can see those two people, they are actually communicating. Maybe at the AT and the T. Okay, can you tell who the message is from? Now, like here, if you look at this email message that was sent to you, assuming that email was sent to you, you look at the nature of the email that person decided to send to you. You could not actually know even if it is an individual email account or maybe an organization email account, just written in the form of maybe like those one, like those texts. I don't know. Yeah, you can really know right from the way the email looks that this one is not actually something authentic, or maybe it is not actually coming from a trusted source.
Yeah, and just to add on that, you see, like here, this message is purportedly from PayPal. All of you know PayPal. PayPal is a transaction app where people send, receive money, and also pay clients. So what happens here is this person sent an email that this account has been locked. That your PayPal account, even look at how they wrote the spelling of account. You see, your PayPal account has been temporarily restricted. You were recently asked to take action on your PayPal account, and it looks like we didn't receive the requested response. Why is your account restricted? We have received suspicious activity on the credit card linked to your account. You must confirm your identity that you are the owner of the credit card. To maintain your account security, please confirming, provide the documents for your identity. What to do now? Log into your account and complete the steps. So first of all, you check who is the email from. All of you know that the PayPal is paypal.com. So any email from PayPal must end with @paypal.com. But you see this email? This email is reading from who? At googlegroups.com. So this is definitely not an official email from PayPal. And then if you click that PayPal login, so what happens if you click that? Your login details will not be actually on the official PayPal account. So if you put your email, your password, already those people will see them in plain characters in their back end, and then later on they will then log into your account. The same thing with Facebook and stuff like that. Some of you probably might have received a message that maybe somebody sends you a message that, hey, look, this is a picture of you doing this, and even you're wondering, where would this person have gotten my picture? And they say, you click this link for you to see maybe a picture of you drinking heavily and stuff like that. Some of you receive these weird messages. So when you receive such things, first of all, you check which email is this message from. Is it really, if you're expecting an email from Excellence Foundation, so all Excellence Foundation email must end at excellencefoundationss.org. If it is anything other than that, then it is not what? Official. So you need to be very, very careful when you receive such emails. You can proceed, please, Richard.
Now, are they asking for your information? Now here, like they are asking you, like if you it is the same email that we are using to illustrate. Here, the question is, are they asking for your information? Yes, here they actually need your information, because if you look at this email, they actually need full information. It's all about that PayPal account. Yeah, once you log, just the only big thing which you should not do is logging into that PayPal account after looking at the email owner who sent for that, after realizing that actually this email is not coming from PayPal. The only thing is just to refrain. You just ignore that message. Okay, are they trying to rush you into a quick action? Yes. Now here, when you look at this one, this email also coming from Cash App at that one. It is a very large email account. Actually, it is sent to. Yeah, there is an action required here regarding your funds confirmation. Here they may say congratulations. Yeah, they will actually use that word, congratulations. Then we have been trying to reach you in order to deliver your maybe $750 US cash app gift card. Now it is expiring soon. Complete the necessary steps and get your $750 to your cash app account. Now here they're instructing you to do that activity as soon as possible. Now, assuming you might decide to maybe to confirm that one, you have automatically lose your money, instead of maybe them claiming that you have won maybe a prize in that one there. It will be a reverse. It will be them to win the prize.
Yeah, great. Yeah, thank you so much, Richard. Yeah, also the same thing here. When you see this email is allegedly from Cash App. So definitely Cash App should have an email ending in something at cashapp, maybe .org or .com. And then here they say confirm as soon as possible. So this is urgent. You say action required. So if they are trying to rush you into action, you be very, very careful. And you know, even some of you who might have lived in Uganda, there are people who actually sell your phone numbers. Actually, you guys should be very, very careful with your phone numbers also. In Uganda, actually, people have a lot of your phone numbers, and then they can sell your phone numbers to scammers. And then, for instance, if I have over 200 phone contacts in my list, if I sell these numbers to a scammer, so these scammers, they will call all those 200 people. So in those 200 people, obviously, there are 5 people out of the 200 who will fall for their scams. So they will call you that, hey, you have won this from MTN. You send some money so that we can send you. Maybe they claim you might have won a motorcycle, and they say you send this so that we can send you a motorcycle. Please, you be very, very careful. Sometimes you first ask, have you ever taken part in a competition? Why would they give you? Why would they say you have won something? Maybe like winning is not just anyhow. You might have taken part in something first. You need to first check before you actually do that. Next, Richard, is it too good to be true?
Yeah, we are looking at it. Is it too good to be true? Yeah, now imagine you are required to take immediate action. So how do you expect maybe cash up to require immediate action from you? Maybe you actually have not maybe involved yourself in any other cash activity, maybe a competition. Now here you just realize you had been sent a message. So yeah, you know that this message is actually not true.
Now we have exercises. Exercise 1. You look at, I don't know if, I am also joining from my phone and it is clear. So you look at this email. What 4 things indicate that this email is a scam? You tell 4 things in this email that indicate this email is a scam. You look at this email carefully on your screen and tell us. If you're also following from YouTube, you can type in the YouTube live chat. Yes. So what 4 things in this email indicate that it is a scam? Take a look at it. We have 3 minutes to do this. You can raise your hand so that some of you also speak, or you can type in the chat box if you are in a noisy place. For you to speak, you can raise your hand up. So your account update on February 15th, action required, unusual suspicious activity, review your account. Due to the large number of accounts coming in from palpability of account, so the pharmacy suspended service. We request that customers have to re-register debit cards and payment addresses so your account is verified on our servers. Please find the document attached and follow the on-screen instructions. Yes, Daniel Joke. What 4 things indicate that it is a scam?
From here, the sender here is not that clear because there are such numbers that you couldn't understand who sent it really. And when you come here, you found your account update is is written 2 times on February 15. Then the other one, there is also strong spelling here, palpability. It's also there. So these are the things I have identified.
Yeah, you are right. You're right. Excellent. Yeah, I think you will not fall for a scam now. Guy Akech and then James Ball. Thank you so much, Daniel Joke. Guy and then James Ball.
Yes, as the other colleague just mentioned, when you are looking at the email address itself, it's really suspicious. You hardly identify the sender. And a characteristic of a good email address is one that identifies the name of the sender in the email address. Let's say guyakech@gmail.com, so and so at gmail.com. But this email address is just very scary. It's scarier. And then also when you look at the message itself, the email, the body is talking of sensitive information. Your bank details that you need to register your debit card and your payment address and all that. When you are really cautious about or sensitive about your personal information, you hardly do such things on the website without even having to communicate directly with your service provider, let's say the bank or the bank. So this way you need to be alert that something is fishy here. Thank you.
Excellent. Yeah, very good. One clear characteristic of an email is an email that identifies the sender. You cannot give me, you cannot want me to believe that this email is from an authentic source, blah 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 at blah blah blah.com. What the heck? You can go to hell with that email. And another one is, like you said, urgency. That there's urgency, and then they also request for confidential information. You are debit card. Like, seriously, don't try that, especially with an email like this. Thank you so much, Guy. And lastly, we give it to James Ball. James Ball, please. You're welcome.
Okay, as my colleague put it, the first thing here is the unsuspicious, it said unusual suspicious activity. So the Google here is putting it in that review your account. That means this one is like urgent. I mean, action required. That means there's something that you need to review. Another one also is about the email here. The email is not clear, like it said at buh5.com. So this is the second thing. Another one also is about the like it said that we request the customer have to register the debit card and payment address. Yeah. The last one is this attachment attached here, that PDF. Yeah. So like I'm saying that if you click that PDF account PDF which is attached down here, then you may be scammed actually. So these are the things I've seen here.
Excellent, excellent. Correct things. Please, when you receive such email, even this PDF here, do not download it. Do not download, because the moment you download this PDF, when you download attachments from such emails, you will download malware, just like Richard said earlier. Attachments from such suspicious emails, do not try downloading these attachments. Do not try clicking any links on suspicious emails like that. And I think Guy, James Ball, and Daniel Joke have all mentioned all the red flags in this email. And thank you so much. I think we will not add anything much. Next, Richard.
Okay, now we're looking at the do's and the don'ts to avoid scams. Here, if you want to be safe, you should not give any personal information. Here we're emphasizing this information in a way that you should not actually give to someone whom you don't know. Just send you an email, maybe text you in maybe on Facebook that, okay, can you provide me with this? Now here the second part is you should not actually reply to or engage with a fraudster. Now, you should not actually click any links or buttons. Now here, like maybe you might be someone may send for an email after now getting the concept from here, after maybe someone sent for an email, you have to actually look at the nature of that email. First of all, the sender, is that person, have you been engaging with that person before? If if it looks like a stranger, now there's no need for it to maybe click on maybe a video document or maybe what, because when you install that document, you are installing two things. First of all, the document will be there in your device, but it comes along with the malware. So yeah, you should not actually click on the links. The same thing applies to downloading any files or maybe attachments. It's the same thing we are explaining. Now we are looking at what you should always do to keep you safe online. Yeah, you have to be skeptical. Being skeptical it is in a way that you should actually not be easily convinced. Maybe someone may just send you a message that maybe you have to act as soon as possible. And then from there, without maybe you considering whether that person is a trusted person or maybe a trusted website, you decided to actually provide what that they have requested from you. So yeah, you have to really be skeptical. Then read emails carefully. Yeah, like the example we gave before. You have to look at the email starting from top till down, because when you maybe when you rush at the blue, maybe at clicking, before you look at the email, you might actually rush to something bad for you. So you have to actually look at the email. You read it very well, because most of these attackers, most of them they actually can write maybe wrong grammar. You can even realize that this person is not actually from that particular organization, maybe from that particular company. Now from here, like maybe maybe that attacker, it is a script kid where they just use maybe their basic knowledge to compromise people. Yeah, you may fall victim of them because you actually read, you have not actually read the email. You rush immediately to clicking maybe those links, or maybe downloading what they have actually put here. Now you can look up information on your own. Yeah, you have to look at your that information. Like assuming maybe someone sent for you something, you have to look, have I really, do I really need those things? Yeah, you should actually determine yourself first before you actually maybe take another step. Yeah, they may display for you such things that maybe you have to provide your personal information. Here, you should not actually give your personal information. They may give you that. Okay. Someone is raising another concern. Anyway, don't reply to or engage with the fraudster. That is what we have been looking at. Those are the tips the do's and the don'ts which we put us earlier on. These are images that can make you to remember, assuming you might be thinking of looking at the presentation, then you will actually realize. Next slide. Yeah, it is the same issue. Don't click any links. Yes, like that red file there, which has been sent to you. That red file is actually infected, simply because we may not just assume that it is infected, but since the person who said it for you, you don't know him or her. Yeah, we just know that file is infected, so you don't need actually to download that file. Then here we also look at being skeptical. Next. We have our port activity now.
Yes, so guys, that is it. Make sure that you be skeptical, read emails carefully, click away from the email or from the message and do your own research, look up information and see that you are dealing with something that is legitimate. So here comes our fourth activity where we look at this website. Look at this website. This website is appearing clearly. I'm also joining from my phone. So who can tell us what shows that this website is secure? What shows that this website, click on the area that shows that, okay, you just show us what shows that this website is secure. Yes, who wants to do that quickly? Yes, one is Samson.
Yes, hello everyone. I hope I'm audible enough.
Very audible, very clear.
Yes. To my understanding, what shows the website is secure is the SSL certificate, which appears like a padlock.
Yeah.
That one shows the website is very secured.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Wani. Next assignment. Which of these passwords is the strongest? Which of these password is the strongest password? 1 Maple Street. Cows help make cheese. ASDFGHIJKL. Which of these websites? Yes, James?
Yeah, password number 1 is more secure.
Number 1, password?
Yeah,
One
Maple Street.
One Maple Street. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Good. Uh-huh. Who else? Uh-huh. Yes, Daro Patrick? I see Mandanya is saying the last one is the strongest. Uh-huh. 2.
And I say cows help
make cheese. Cows help make cheese. Cows help make, yeah. So this one is the strongest. The third password is the strongest. Cows. This is not a password, but this is a passphrase.
Yeah, it is a passphrase.
Yeah, passphrase. It's the strongest. Yes. So which is the best option to remember your password? Notebook stored in a safe place, sticky note on a computer, use your first and last name. Which one is the best option to remember your password? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Number 2, sticky note on a computer. Uh-huh. Number 1, notebook is stored in a safe place. Uh-huh. Number 1. Yeah, even me, I keep my passwords actually in a notebook. So but you don't have to actually show that this is your password, but you write it in a funny way so that only you can understand, because it is a notebook anyway. Yes. So what 3 things indicate that this is a scam? What 3 things indicate that this message is a scam? Mm-hmm. What 3 things indicate that this message is a scam? What 3 things indicate that this message is a scam? This one here, you have to speak. You have to see it carefully, and then you raise your hand, and then you speak. What 3 things indicate that this message is a scam? You need to raise your hand and speak after seeing it. Yes, James?
Yeah, I have seen 2 things here.
Mm-hmm.
One thing here is actually saying that shopping at the pharmacy. There here is not supposed to be capital letter, but supposed to be small letter.
Yes.
That's one. Number 2 is urgency of the action here is saying that using your point now or you will lose them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even you see how they spell lose. Even you see the spelling of lose.
Spelling of lose, yeah. So they are actually telling you to urgently click on this link down here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So
correct.
these are the 2 things I've seen here.
Perfect. Yeah, you are right. Yes, KG and then Daro Patrick. KG, please, you can go.
I think I've already said what I wanted to say. It's more of like forcing you to do something really urgently.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, KG. Daro Patrick. Daro Patrick. Daro Patrick.
I'm saying, hello? Yes, I'm saying in the first place, there is no location, there is no contact, then also it is very urgent. Eh?
Yeah.
They tell you to be urgent. Either you lose, you will lose them. Huh?
Yeah, correct. You are right. Thank you so much, guys. Yes. Now, what 3 things indicate that this email is a scam? What 3 things indicate that this email is a scam? Which email is a scam? What 3 things indicate that this email is a scam? Yes, KG, your hand is up again. Is it a new hand or an old hand?
It was old, but I think I can still contribute to this.
Okay.
Okay, I'm seeing the email is from David John, And then I'm not seeing, I don't know if this is at jet.com. I don't know if it should be like that, but I think it was supposed to be at Gmail. So I'm not sure of the source of this email actually.
Yeah.
Yes, that, yeah, you're right.
And secondly, the last one, the last one says, if you have questions, we are here for you. Okay, so what about that? How are you here for us? No contact, no nothing.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, I think you guys now know the red flags of these things. Now we are asking you again. You receive an email telling you have won a prize. You think it is a spam. What should you do? Reply and tell the sender to stop emailing. Click the link to visit the website to see if it is trustworthy. Click and subscribe. Put it in your spam folder or ignore it. What would you do? If you receive a message thinking that it is a spam, it is a scam actually, what should you do? What would you do? Reply and tell the sender to stop emailing, click the link to visit the website, click and subscribe, put it in your spam folder or ignore it. Yeah, James Ball, correct. Yeah, I think just ignore that email, delete it. You don't need to reply, you don't need to click any link. Do not click any links from suspicious emails, even unsubscribe, do not click. So the best way is to just ignore it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the best way is just ignore it. Well, what would they do if you don't click it anyway?
No way.
Yeah. Next. Do you have any questions for us? Any questions for Richard? Yes, Wani Samson?
Yes, I have questions for Richard.
Yes, please.
I think because I must apologize, I joined a bit 20 minutes late, and I think maybe he might have mentioned the areas that I'm going to ask about it. Is Mr. Richard talked about securing a website. I'm going to take him a little bit backwards. He talked about securing a website. So I just wanted him to take us through the plugins that are regularly needed to update the website to make, so that it cannot be compromised.
Any other question?
Hopefully I can repeat the question.
Yes, it is clear. It is clear. The plugins required to secure a website. Yes, next please. Who has a question? Who has a question? Yes, Daniel York.
Yeah, my question is about one of my Twitter account was hacked, by the way, and it is still active now. When I go, I find it works. So what can I do to recover that?
Okay, how to recover a compromised Twitter account?
Exactly.
Next, please. Any other person? Okay, great. So Richard, you can answer those two questions?
Yes. The first question was
the plugins required to secure a website.
Okay, like I think if you are a website owner, if you want to make sure that your website stays up to date, actually you have to there is a, like for Windows, you can keep your firewall on. It's only firewall that can protect your Windows. Then, like maybe you can also have you can have those antivirus, maybe anti-spyware. They'll be there to manage also your website.
Then the second one is how to regain access to a compromised Twitter account.
Yeah, like assuming maybe if your account is actually it has been compromised, like maybe assuming maybe being it a Twitter or maybe a Facebook account, yeah, you can actually request the provider. Like assuming maybe you are trying to log in now, because when the attacker has actually compromised your account, the first thing that attacker will do is to change your password, because that is the only thing that can make you to log in again into your account. But maybe you can use an option. You can once you try and then it is actually refusing, it is not logging in, it is telling you that maybe the password you have put it is incorrect. The only thing you can go to reset your password. Maybe they will give you that forgot your password, and then they give a question mark. Then you click on that. Then from there, when they allow you to reset the password, then they will send for you. Maybe if you wanted to confirm it using your email or maybe your number, then you have to be ready confirming it. Once maybe they have sent for a confirmation to that number, immediately you have to click on that, because it is your provider. Was maybe like if it is Facebook sending you that maybe this is your new password, one-time password to secure your account, because they might assume that maybe you have forgotten your password. It is actually someone who has compromised your account. Then from there, you can use the forgot password option to recover that account. Then once you have recovered, immediately that person will actually not get access to it if you respond on time.
Yeah, great. Yeah, thank you so much, Richard, for that. So, KG, you can ask your question, please. KG, you can ask your question.
Yes, my question goes to any of the two, either you or Mawa. So I wanted to know about this Google password thing. You know, sometimes some people might not be very good at memorizing passwords. So there are always options on how you can maybe save your passwords to Google. I'm not sure if this has already been answered. So I wanted to know, do you think it is safe if you can actually save your passwords into Google, so that in case you just want to log in, you just have to autofill? Or is it recommended that you actually refill your passwords every time you want to log in?
Okay, great. Thank you for the question. Wani, I see your hand is up again.
Sure. My hand is up. It's just a word of thanks to Mr. Richard. I think before we close, it's regarding his presentations. It has really been a enlightening presentations. We as a consultant company that provides domains as well as websites development.
You work for Dynamic Consults?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. And I just wanted to tell the other participants that have joined, usually not to use emails that are so private like Gmails. That really compromises informations, because honestly, some of them are working for organizations, and you find it sad. Organizations are still using Gmails, which really hackers can take it as an advantage to compromise their emails. So it's usually good for an organizations to use domains and also have sites that are quite secure. So it's just a word of thanks to Mr. Richard for taking us through the presentations regarding securing the websites and also protecting emails.
Yeah, and maybe you can
just something that I can add. Yes, something that I can add. It's regarding also sharing passwords. People should also be careful outside there, sharing credentials of the cPanels and also the passwords, because once you share it anyhow, it compromises the access to the site, to the website. So basically, those are the things that I just wanted to add before we close.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much, Wani. Yeah, actually, it's very, very important. Like if you work for an organization, you need to make sure the first thing is to have a proper digital presence, and that is why companies like Dynamic Consultant exist, to be able to put you out there, to be able to make sure you have a proper website, to make sure that you have proper email clients, so that you are able to communicate properly with your beneficiaries as well as with your project partners or maybe funders. So if you are considering any local company to be able to put you up on the web, you can contact Wani Samson. Wani, maybe you can share your contact information in the chat box. And then KG, yeah, it is not recommended, KG, to save your website, your passwords to Google, but But if you are the only one who uses your computer, like you don't give your computer anyhow to people, you can save them, because also there's another layer of security. For instance, if you before you see, like you see, even me, I save. You see, this is my tab. So sometimes I save some of my passwords. So what you see, like when I want to see the password for this, it will ask me to first verify. You see, to first verify. So it is more or less like any other password manager that you use. So you see, it asks me to verify, put an email before I actually see that email that I have set. So if you're very sure that you don't give your computer anyhow to people, you can save your passwords to Google, but it is not recommended. Is it?
Thank you. Thank you, Vida.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So another thing is this. Another thing is, guys, please make sure that you update your contact information, especially for social media, because it's very sad when people reach out to me and they say, hey, my account has been compromised, but I have lost the email that is linked to my social media account. Also, the phone number is maybe a VivaCell phone number. That is not good. So if you are here right now, go and check your go to settings on your social media, and then check the contact information you have there. Is it recent contact information? Do you have access to them, or do you need to update? That's another thing. And then for Daro Patrick, there's something called two-factor authentication. When you go to security settings on WhatsApp, or when you go to security settings on other social media platforms like Facebook or Twitter, there's something they write there, two-factor authentication or multi-factor authentication. So with the multi-factor authentication, you are able to add another layer of security to your social media account, so that when you log in, they will be asked to send either a confirmation message, and these days there's where you will be, maybe you can confirm using your phone. Like some of you these days, when you sign into your Gmail on a new device, they will tell you that, hey, there's a confirmation message sent to your phone. You click this number, blah blah. So that is actually an additional layer of security that all of us should be able to embrace. Another thing is update your apps. Very often I get to meet people, maybe I see through their computers, or maybe I see through their phones, and you realize that their apps have never been updated in a long time. Even the interface for Microsoft Store that they have is an interface that is for 2 years ago. You see that? So make sure that always go to settings. And then for Microsoft Store on your computer, another in South Sudan, another trick you should do is you should change you go to region, and then you change your location, maybe to Uganda or Kenya, or maybe the UK or US, to be able to update your apps on the Microsoft Store. Otherwise, it will always run into an error. And then on your phone, if you're using Android, you go to the Google Play Store, you click on your profile picture, you go to manage apps, and then you update. This is very, very important, because the updates, they bring in new security patches to your computer. They also improve the overall functioning of your computer or your phone. So it's always important that you are able to update your apps very, very regularly. And then another thing on the issue of security again. Make sure that these messages, these urgent messages, do not respond to them. You be very, very careful about people who text you every now and then they want you to give them certain sort of information. Be very, very careful with that. Let us be very, very vigilant in this digital world, so that we do not become victims of circumstances, so that we do not actually lose money. And then also, when you do online business, you need to be very, very skeptical. For me, I would rather buy something from a physical location than actually trust some of these scammers, except if you are interacting online with a business that is established. But if it is a business that established, like maybe let's say Alibaba is an established business, or maybe we look at Amazon is established. But also there are some of these copycats, these small ones. Even first of all, you need to look up their location on Google Maps, whether such business exists, and then before you actually do business with them. Very, very important. Richard, your final words, and then we close.
Okay. Yeah, I think you have answered the question from KG concerning whether it is good to actually just to save your password and then autofill them. Actually, your response was actually the same to what I would actually respond to, because the fact is that you might actually leave your computer maybe. Then if anyone just wanted to access your account, even on Facebook, because it just autofills that password. Yeah, the only thing is just to log in, because all things are filled just automatically. Now maybe the good thing also with technology is that even if your passwords are just fill automatically, sometimes like if you want to, if you're using a phone, if you wanted to open that app, they maybe in your previous setting, if you put app lock, yeah, that app before you open it, you'll actually have to verify that one. That's part of security, and that is something that can protect you. Assuming maybe you have saved your passwords to autofill, then it will actually protect you also, because when you want to open that app, you must actually verify using either a fingerprint or a pattern before you open that app. That one is a very good part of security. Then for the case of Microsoft, even there was for the case of Microsoft, I don't know. There was a time I actually even emailed them concerning South Sudan, because if you look at the list of Microsoft, the countries that Microsoft can actually allow them to open, South Sudan is actually not included. That's why I wrote them. Then they actually replied that maybe that actually South Sudan has actually lost. I don't know what their statement was, just that maybe the case will be forwarded for to them to consider it. Now, since then, I did not actually get another reply, because it is actually also not good for a country to suffer in a way that when its users wanted to open their account, they have to go to a different region, or maybe to another country, or maybe you have to have a number for another country so that you open that account. Is not actually good when it comes to digital rights for a particular country. Then yeah, I would also, now my final remarks will be now putting maybe those words. I will now request that maybe, yeah, since you have learned the basics of online safety, yeah, it is now you to become maybe ambassadors also to actually to tell your friends about online safety, because it is general. We don't have to actually, we don't want people to lose their accounts. Okay. Then the cooperation we had also during the session was actually good. It was actually a very interactive session. Then I really thank what you guys have actually did.
Okay, great. So I'll now stop recording.